Okay, part two. I put it back together because I wanted to set the neck relief. The nut slots at the first fret are a little bit high, which is good. I mean, it would be bad if they were a little bit low. So I'll get into that and shaping the nut, because the nut is just a rough, square-edged blank. It's not bad. It's not a bad nut. It's bone, you can tell. It's got voids in it like bone does. Then, I've got all this junk on top of the guitar. I don't want to turn it. I pulled one because I wanted to see what the threaded portion was like, and it's normal. It's a normal threaded portion, like a normal pot. You don't have to get long shaft pots if you're going to change it. And it's confirmed that the volume controls are linear. Let's see. All right, so let me do this part. I used beeswax on a bunch of stuff. Let's say you've consigned yourself to using this stop bar and bridge. There's nothing wrong with that. Go for it. It's a cheap guitar. There, I've got some beeswax rubbed into it. So here's how I do it. I don't touch the beeswax. See, I hit the metal. See how it flows down there? Now, let's say it's still rattly. I've just got a bunch of wax that will, you just keep applying bits of it. I want some to go over that spring, let's say. I'm going to put some over that spring. I'm going to get it in there with a little tool of some sort. And I'm not going to touch the wax itself. I'm going to touch the adjacent metal. So let me touch the screw head with my hot soldering iron. Let me go in here. You know that you are screwing it up if the wax starts smoking. You do not want that to happen. Just warm up the adjacent metal. Get the adjacent metal hot. The wax will melt, and it'll go where you want it to go. Let me hit the string. There. Ooh. It's smoking. I can smell it burning. That's not cool. Protect the finish of the guitar. Don't touch it right away, unless you're a Nimrod like me. And you can just wipe the extra off, scrape the extra off with a fingernail, and you've got wax that's going to be coating that spring and all those extra parts. So it doesn't matter to me because I'm not going to use it. This is what I am going to use. This is a Kluson ABR, and these are Graphtec Tusk saddle. And yeah, that is a brass saddle for the B string. You will say, why is that there? Well, the reason that that's there is because I fucked. Oh, did I say that? I screwed up the witness point groove on one of these, and the string alignment was all messed up, and so I just moved them all over one, put the original brass saddle that came with the Clusen ABR one. But what I don't yet know is if I'm going to fill these anchor holes or if I'm just going to tap them. If I fill them and drill them and use a brass stud. I'm going to use a brass one and a brass thumb wheel, and that'll get you to original, but you know the holes are already there. I need to drill them a little bit deeper to use these, which are Tone Ninja adapters. There's probably Faber adapters that are like this too, but I don't know, because I don't shop in Germany, so I've got absolutely no clue. And then, whoa, excuse me. The very last little item, let's see what we can see here. Right, so this is the usual kludgy Firefly Alnico pickup. You see how the screw pull bobbin is diving? That's because there's no spacer under there. And there's also no integral spacer posts like there are on the studs. If you're going to use these, and I don't blame you if you do, I would say the minimal that you need is to put a spacer in here. You can get typical black ABS spacers that are the same height as the keeper bar and the magnet, and flip them on their edge, and they will stabilize this bobbin. But if you use these, and this